Craig, a 1-1 draw here at Bedworth, and for the most part in the first half it felt like there weren't going to be any goals.
No, it's been a tough game today. Bedworth have got a good group of players that work really, really hard for their management, and they've probably worked harder than we have today. I don't think we've been at it at all from start to finish. Yes, we've gone 1-0 up, and we've probably played a little bit better second half for sort of 15-20 minutes, but to be fair, I don't really think we deserve anything out of that game for the effort that we put in. We just didn't seem to be at it. We can't keep making excuses and saying, people have been ill and this, that and the other. We've got to be better.
It's not been the best of conditions, especially throughout the second half, with, as you can see in the background now, the rain absolutely tipping it down. When Halezone took the lead, was it a case of trying to go for the second, sitting back on the goal? What was the game plan?
I don't ever want to sit back on it on a lead, because you just invite pressure. But you've got to have a bit of responsibility defensively and as a group. That's not just the back four and the goalkeeper. That's everybody in the team to reorganise and get the shape right quicker and focus on being hard to break down and stuff when you've got that 1-0. Because 1-0's a horrible scoreline, we've just allowed them an opportunity, to get something out of the game, and obviously they've taken it.
And going down to their penalty, the referee gave it as a free kick, went over to the linesman, ended up being a penalty. What was your view on that?
I'm not saying a lot about it, to be honest. I'm getting a bit fed up of certain things with referees and linesmen, to be honest. We've had a few over the last few weeks that just seem to not really give the right decisions, but for both teams, not just us. Me and Rowie were talking about it last week. There's one penalty that should have been, one penalty probably didn't. Referees obviously gave the decision today, but their management have just gone straight over to the linesman. They're giving him loads of grief and verbal, and has that changed his mind? Has that made a decision? I don't know. But again, we've allowed that situation to happen. It's a couple of individual errors that's put them in that position.
You say we're not going to keep blaming illnesses. I know Nat Kelly came on late in the first half. How is Morris doing?
Not sure on Mosley. He's gone to hospital to have a check. It sounded like it was a roll of the ankle. It might be. We're not sure, so I'll leave that to the doctors and stuff. And then Natty hasn't trained this week. He's been ill all week. He's struggling with a little bit of a niggle in his groin. But obviously, we've got no real cover at centre half, so we needed him in the group today. And unfortunately, we needed him probably earlier than we thought.
Greg Mills had a good run out in the second half, coming on with Jamie Insall. Just your thoughts on his second half appearance?
Yeah, Millsy hasn't played for sort of 4 weeks, so he's not 100% fit, but he'll give us something. You can see when he's on the ball, he's a threat. He's going to cause problems, and obviously Insall coming back now, it's he's a completely different player to a Greggs or other players that we've got up front. He does different things, so he gives us a nice balance, and he gives us something a little bit different that maybe we haven't had over the last few weeks.
A few players came off the pitch a little disappointed with today's result. Going into Grezzy next week, what were the words at full time?
Well, the lads are all talking about it in there, and to be honest, I've not really said a great deal, because I think with games like this sometimes it's not about us as management, it's about the players. The players have got to look at themselves and go, did I do myself justice today? And we've obviously got Coventry Sphinx on Tuesday in the Senior Cup, so obviously that'll bounce us straight back in, which might be quite nice really, rather than going into 2 training sessions, to go straight back into a game and sort of focus on that.
Well, I'll try and let you get back to your car without getting soaking wet, Craig. Thank you.
Cheers, Matt. Thank you.